Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.
Angry Fan Movement is the movement to move with. URL TV for life. You already know what it is.
I was gonna ask, you filming it, is it hard to capture the energy of the room into when the battle goes on YouTube? Because a lot of times you'll be in the room for a battle, and then when it go on YouTube, it looks like a whole different battle.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely is. There's definitely issues with that. I mean, a lot of it is it's kind of funny because, it's when you're doing battle videos, you kind of have to go against what professionally is taught, and you have to go with what people like because, like, for example, if you were ever doing a show, you wouldn't use omnidirectional mics that are picking up the whole room, right? You would want to pick up no room tone, no audience members, just the people that are performing. But in battle rap, you want to capture the room, and you want to basically hear like somebody heckling the performer and hear the crowd going fucking wild, like when somebody drops a hard punchline and makes it like the whole room erupt. You want to hear all that shit. So it's like you kind of have to go against what you're professionally taught and just kind of learn what the audience likes. So, yeah, by all means, sometimes it is really difficult to capture the energy of a battle. And especially, like, honestly, hats off to Twizz. Like, I haven't filmed that many battles that are on scale with how big the URL events get. And, like, I feel like he does a great job of capturing the energy that is in URL. Like, especially one of my favorite events he's ever filmed, and I still think it is probably the best audio quality of any battle rap period, of any event, is the event that Hitman Holla battled Sue Surf at, and B-Magic battled Khan. At the end of Magic's round, he's saying, a slogan where he kind of stops and the crowd's rapping it, and they cut to this wide angle, and it's like over everybody's hands that are like flying up and like rapping the verse along with them. And that part is just so awesome to me. And when I saw that, I was like, fuck yeah, that's incredible. I want to do something like that. If I ever do another stage battle, I want to angle it like that.
Okay. So inspired you somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, not inspired, but new ideas.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I mean, and I feel like that's what we all do. We all, like, we try to, at Cannabis versus Disaster, we had a crane for the first time. And then Twizz used a crane with a pan and tilt head so the crane could go over the audience and pan and tilt around. And, we've used steady cans, we've used dollies, jib. And we kind of just all try out techniques and what works.
Hey, you know what, Avocado? You're sitting there. You filming Hollow versus Paz. Be honest, man. What you thought?
Of who won?
Yeah, I mean, of the experience itself. But, experience itself was crazy watching that battle. I mean, you see Hollow's all kind of, his mouth is all messed up, so you don't know what to expect. And he's spazzing, and then Paz is on his ass. Like, literally, like, he's on him. Right.
Yeah, I mean, the energy in that room was insane. For that whole event was just electric. I still feel like Battle Debate 5 is the best battle event in terms of quality battles in one event that's ever gone down. Because it's like you really had every style and form of battle rap in 1-2 day span. You had Arsenal versus Conceited, Pass versus Hollow, Thesaurus versus Ilmac, Marv 1 versus Averb. It was like there's so many dope battles and battlers under one roof. It was so electric. And yeah, I mean, so in Pass versus Hollow was amazing. Like, just Hollow freestyling and people still being on board with it, and Pass like going harder than he ever had at the time was just amazing. It was awesome.
Oh man, you're sitting there, you're filming Averb versus Marv 1, and then Marv 1 put that phone number out there. Like, call him and ask for him. What you doing right now? Tell me you ain't laughing right now, busting the gut, laughing like, oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, and it's funny, too, actually, like, Verb actually got, like, mad at me. I mean, I still don't think Verb really knows who I am, even though I filmed him multiple times, but he was like, yeah, whoever edited that bleeped out the number in the final battle. Why did they do that? And I did it because I didn't want like a bunch of fans calling that number that Marv said was Verb's work, and being like, yo, does Verb work here?
Yeah.
So I did that to kind of save that number. So I still don't know to this day if that was actually Verb's number or not.
Oh, man. You still got it? Nah, we stopped, man. Yo. The old battles is crazy because it's just like, yo, one person. Yo, all right, you know what? Let me ask you this as a fan, right? How do you feel about personals? Do you feel like if someone is just saying, if someone is saying the actual, like Marv one put a phone number out there, that makes it so much more believable. And then you see Averb's face, and he's looking around at the niggas behind him, like, how you get his number? So it's just like, I'm prone to think it was real.
Yeah.
So like how?
I mean,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I think personals nowadays are. I don't know. It's like there's few instances where they're cool to me anymore. I feel like the most part, digging up people's dirty laundry and like saying they did something bad is kind of classless and like dull, unless it's done in a very clever manner. Which, for example, like Lux's third, against Calico was essentially one big personal, and it was really successful, but it wasn't corny. And then, Hollow bringing out Calico's dad versus Lux was kind of a personal and a prop, but it wasn't corny. So I think, like, that shit of, like, bringing up the phone number at the time was dope because it really hadn't been done before. But, like, nowadays where it's like, I heard, you slept with this girl and she has fucking herpes or whatever, isn't really that dope to me. And I think that's not, like, really something I would like to see in battle rap.
Okay. All right, Avocado, I got two groups named. Who influenced battle rap more? Dot Mob or SONF?
I
know. I'm a motherfucker. You sure? Are you sure?
I think so. I mean, the reason why I think that is because I'm looking at it like I knew Dot Mob back when, Mook battled Serius. They were the first battle.
Who won that battle? Yeah, I'm an asshole, man. Who won that battle, Mook or Serius?
I mean, I think Mook rapped better than Serius, but I think Serius won the battle.
Ooh, talk about it. Okay, wait a minute now. Let's talk about this. What's up? So you feel like okay, was it the whole dot? Was all of that? Did all that play a part?
I mean, I thought that shit was actually kind of tight, but I think Mook kind of ran out of steam at one point. I wasn't really doing too much besides rapping his ass off, which was fucking awesome. But I feel like Serius did more to actually win the actual battle in terms of, like, at that time, like, mixing in freestyles with, rebuttals in the middle of this round and going back to the writtens, and especially the fact that Serius was, like, in Mook's hood and, like, he was, like, the only guy there and still being dope. I don't know. I felt like Serius did more to actually win that battle than Mook did, even though Mook fucking rapped better than Serius, in my opinion.
Okay, Drizzy, what's up, Drizzy?
He got me tight right now. You got me tight. Yeah. Man, I think the Mook round was dead. When Mook, I actually think Mook was the first one to jump out of his rounds to, like, address other people, and then, like when he went at the whole Detroit thing during that battle and then got back into it, he was, like, the first person doing that. Now everybody addresses other rappers, other battlers in their rounds now.
Yeah, that's true. Let me ask you guys this. Do you think Mook planned on rebuttaling Serious's angle where he's like, Smack called me, I was getting some head? Like, do you think he, like, planned that out? Or do you think he, like, basically freestyled that thing? Just put it through.
I think that was already a part of his round.
Yeah, I do too. You know what? I'm not going to lie. I do too. I think he had that shit written, man. Because you know what it is? Man. He jumped right into it. Like, that was his thing. Like, boom. Like, he ain't paused or thing. Like he jumped right into it. I think that was already written right there. No matter what Jones said, he's going to say that.
Yeah, I don't think Mook really gambled on
if he
freestyle.
matched up like that. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Oh, man. Hey, okay, you know what, Avocado, so what are we doing with Pat Stay? What are we doing with Pat Stay? Is Pat Stay top, what, is he overrated? Is he underrated? Is he worthy of saying he's going to eventually be a legend? I mean, what are we doing with Pat Stay? Or is he just a name for now? At one point, I thought Hollowhand was that dude. Like, I still thought it was ever since Elements, I still thought it was Pat Stay. But Hollowhand's name was bigger to me at one point. It seemed like.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I definitely think he's a legend in his own right. I think he's the best battle rapper in Canada, no question.
Over Sharon?
Yeah, I think he's better than Sharon by far. Actually, I would go as far to say that.
But Sharon rebuttals on the spot. He rebuttals. He freestyles. Like the only thing about Sharon, she's corny. If he's seen he has a corny aura, that's it.
Yeah, I know, but that's a thing that I don't really know if he can get past that. If he can get past that image that's basically makes him not appeal to such a wide group of people, where Pat sort of encompasses that and he can appeal to anybody, even in the States, you know? So I definitely think Pat is the best in Canada, and I do think he's legendary in battle rap because I think a lot of people don't really realize that he was doing a cappella battles before Grind Time was popping. Way before Grind Time. I remember when I first met all the West Coast cats, like Awkward, Thesaurus, Pass, Lush, when I was filming the Grind Time doc, I got them all in a room to do the interviews for the documentary. They were all talking about this dude called Pat Stay in Canada. And they were all like, this guy up in Canada is actually really dope. And it was so funny at the time. They were like, he doesn't rap over a beat. It's all like street a cappella stuff, but it's awesome and he's hilarious. So it's like he's been around for a lot longer than people give him credit for. So I definitely wouldn't scoff at anybody calling him a legend in the least bit.
Okay. So you know what? So Pat Stay is pretty much the best that ever come out of Canada. You was right?
I think so.
You know what, Avocado? You got me mad right now. You got me. I set you up for the alley-oop, and you went for the dunk just now. So you going to tell me that Pat, we just going to ignore Kid Twizz? Are we gonna ignore Kid Twizz? Come on, man. You know Kid Twizz was that dude, man. He was that dude. He even beat Dumbfounded. And to be honest with you, I didn't think he was going to beat him. I didn't think he was going to beat him.
Twizz is tight, too. I think Twizz, the only thing that really hurts Twizz is I think, he doesn't have very much cross appeal to every demographic of battling, where I think Pat has that power to, like I think if Pat wanted to, he could get on URL and do pretty good. I don't know if
I got you.
Could really go over there and do that good. So,
and I'm not gonna put no games. People acting crazy, but I am a huge fan of Bender and also Aftershock.
Oh, tight. That's awesome. That's really dope.
Yeah, I am definitely especially like Bender, especially Bender and 24/7. Oh my God, that was so crazy to me, that battle right there.
Yeah, that battle was amazing. The whole snap bracelet line and everything. That shit was tight.
That was just man. Are we gonna act like 24/7 didn't body bag QP? Like, let's be. Are we gonna like just not act like that happened? Come on, Avocado. Like that battle was crazy. He beat the dog shit out of QP, man. It was like, wow, okay.
Well, let me ask you something, Cap.
What up?
If 24/7 was to come back, who would you like to see him against?
If 24/7 was to come back. Wait a minute. Am I tripping? He never battled DNA, right?
He never battled DNA. No.
I mean, so you already know then. And the sad thing about it is that DNA status is so high, it doesn't make sense to everybody else. But if they know, like we knew, with the blogs and et cetera, it was DNA.
Yeah, exactly.
It was DNA he was supposed to battle.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. He made that blog and everything.
So it's just like DNA came up, man. I still feel to this day, DNA lost to Rome. That bomb really helped him. It really helped him.
Sure.
Him and what versus Ronan and Lil Farnham. Lil Farnham got him, and I'm still surprised at that shit. I can watch it right now and still think Lil Farnham got him. And it's just like, wow. But DNA really blew up, though. You know what I mean? But it's just like, I thought 24/7 was going to be all right, man. I don't know what happened to him, but damn.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he's, obvious. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say 24, he's still a huge fan and watches battles, but, like a lot of other people, just got a career and is focusing on that. But he still texts me from time to time with interest to come back, and that's why I asked the Cap, because I was like, who do other people want to see him against?
But see, the whole thing, he waited so long. Who would 24/7 go against really at this point in time? It's just like some of these brothers gotta understand, like, you can't just come back and think we're gonna run to you, like, oh, throw him, throw. Like, what can you do at this point in time? I know what you did back then.
Yeah.
What can you do now, though?
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Like, so much time has passed. It's just like it's not like 24/7 status is up there with a Mook or Lux or Iron Solomon where we really want them to come back like that. I think if this question was surveyed, like, not that many people will know who 24/7 is because it was a grind South Florida thing.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
You know what I mean? So once King of the Data's going, I mean, even though you battled Bender, but man, that was such a fire fucking battle, man. Damn, I'm a Bender fan. I fuck with Bender, man. I fuck with Bender heavy, man. Like that's man. And him and Aftershock, I don't know why people act like that. I understand he looks like a Indian nerd. I'm blunt. Yeah. It is what it is. I get it.
Yeah.
And he's talking about killing people in some of his rhymes, but it's just like he's smart, man. When you know what, Avocado? Let me ask you a question. What's the difference between a street battler and a quote unquote backpack battler? Like let's really talk about this right here. Like, are street battlers better because people are from the hood? Because if you think about it, man, someone like Bender or Sharon, you don't know what the fuck they even gonna say to you. Because these motherfuckers you don't know what they're gonna say to you. A street battler, the angle he gonna take. I'm gonna kill you somehow, some way, da 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 da. But like, you don't really know what an intellect is gonna say to you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only difference I would really say separating the two is the level of authenticity I think that comes along with it. I would say, and like you said, the content. It's like if somebody is rapping about, drugs and violence and they're authentic, I would be like, okay, that's from the streets, And if somebody else is rapping about, like a certain angle, I would say that's a little backpackery, a little nerdy. So I just think it's really the authenticity, like how believable, if somebody's going to rap about, selling drugs or violence, if it's believable, I would say you could probably pass as a street battler.
How you feel, Drizzy?
I mean, I think it's just based on preference, man. I don't think just because I don't think street battlers are necessarily better than backpack rappers per se. I just like battlers to be the best them. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you do that. But can we stop playing games,
for sure.
Avocado? Can we stop playing games? When Soul Khan was running through SONS, would he have beat Conceited?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Come, listen. Soul Khan tried to run. Like Soul Khan wanted Conceited. Conceited played him left field. This nigga proceeded to go through everybody in SONS till he got to him. There's no way Khan was going to run through SONS and then run to concede, and then lose to concede it. And let's not get it confused. Khan was a funny motherfucker.
Yeah.
He will play you the fuck. Khan, let's be totally real. Out of all the body bags on grind time and in battle rap, Soul Khan's he's up there. Amazing crack, he destroyed him. It's over with. Yeah. No more. The minute he pulled that picture out of him wearing girls' clothes, it was over with. It was over with. Deacon Fraud on URL, where the fuck is he at? Where's he at? Jay Fox? Where is Fox at?
Man, that Jay Fox battle was bad.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. Are we really gonna act like Conceited? Like Conceited is smart. He's smart. The smartest thing you did was left that nigga the fuck alone. Them punches was not going to work versus Soul. Listen, them punches wasn't gonna work versus Soul Khan, bro. He's sitting here just playing people left and right. Like, oh no. I think Khan was gonna die, and I'm almost 1,000% positive that Khan knew he was gonna die. So he tried to throw everybody. Listen, you could have battled his sister before he said yes to that shit. He was not gonna battle Soul Khan, bro. He made that quite clear through his actions. He ain't gonna battle Soul Khan right now. Fuck no. And it's not like Soul Khan ain't battling nobody. It's too dangerous. Boy. He's too dangerous, man.
Yeah, Soul Khan was crazy. Soul Khan was definitely crazy.
Yeah, Soul Khan was really talented, for sure.
Yeah, man. I just can't. Hey, what are we doing? Yo, do y'all remember when Dirtbag Dan battled Illusion Z? This nigga Dirtbag Dan shaved his entire beard off. Illusion Z had nothing but beard jokes. If that is not the most strategic move, listen to me. I want you to really think about this. He wanted to win this battle so bad. He cut off his entire beard because he knew that's what Illusion Z had. That is crazy to me that he even went that far to even do that.
Yeah.
Illusion Z, if they're looking crazy, like, what the fuck is this? This is the Dirtbag Dan? What's going on? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, you know what's funny is nobody even recognized who he was. Like, I didn't even know that was him. And so I was like, okay, I was asking Lush what the next battle was, and he was like, Illusion Z and Dirtbag, and I'm like, okay, where's Dirtbag? And he's standing right next to me. He's like, I'm right here. I'm like, oh, okay, I did not notice you at all.
Crazy. Yeah. That was crazy right there, man. Yo, every time I think about it, I just start laughing. Like, yo, Dirtbag Dan went that battle extremely bad. Yo, what was that battle where Illusion Z really started blacking? Where he was talking about the drinking and whatnot, and he was being sober. What battle was that again? That was a crazy battle. I can't think of it.
Was that because he did that in two battles. There was one recently where he battled Tantrum, where they both got pretty.
Yo, it was Tantrum. It was Tantrum. You're right. I think it was Tantrum because they was cool at one point.
Yeah,
they was extremely cool at one point. Yeah, and wasn't Tantrum trying to get on him about his alcoholism and all that?
Yeah, pretty much the whole battle is like a.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think Tantrum, Tantrum and Dumbfounded. Wow. Okay, like that was Tantrum wasn't playing no games.
Yeah, I want Tantrum to come back really bad. We're just kind of waiting until he has a free schedule and is motivated. But I would love to get him back in the ring.
So, but here's the thing on Avocado. I'm answer the question. So, are we looking for the legends or the old school grind time vets? Let's be honest, to come back because we missed them from that era, or are we want them to come back because they're good? Because at this point in time, the reason why I'm asking you is because, all right, we're talking about. Did you watch Enes versus Steen?
Yeah.
Okay, and did you watch Reed Dollaz versus Chess?
Yes.
All right, now, you know what? Who do you have? And and after you answer that, I'm gonna tell you where I'm going with this.
I think Enes won that battle by landslide, and I think Reed won against Chess pretty handedly.
Okay, now here's my question. I'm actually gonna recap it after the show or in the morning, whichever. I'm kind of tired, but why? And the reason why I'm saying that is like, yo, I'm really watching this battle. Ness really did not say anything at all. better than what Steam said. You know what I mean? But Ness did everything else better outside of the bars. So it's just like, what are we looking for now in battle rap? Because Grind Time was never like that. Grind Time didn't care about no antics and none of that other stuff.
Yeah, for sure. No, I mean, I agree with you. Like, Enes doesn't necessarily have the most clever content
at all.
But he is, like, probably the most entertaining person to watch rap involved in battle rap. He is insanely talented at it, and it's so fun to watch. So
Avocado, is that where we going? I mean, is that the direction that we're going in, where we dead ass seriously are turning down the more clever bars that we know for? He ain't even coming close to what Steams is saying. I mean, the whole I hope Ness quick, son, I'm gonna drink his milk. Like that was better than everything that said that entire maybe battle. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So it's just like, are we going in an entertaining direction over the bars? What are we doing here, Avocado?
I would say so. I mean, I would say that I would rather see battle rap go in a direction that showcases the better rapping ability rather than who can write the best stuff. Even though I do value writing, I still think the actual ability to rap is a much harder skill to learn and more valuable to me as an audience member when I'm watching that. I immediately, when someone's better at rapping than they are at writing, I'm immediately gravitated towards them and I want to hear them more. Rather than if somebody who's like up there, like not even rapping, they're just kind of talking and saying these pretty clever things, but you know, it won't connect because they're not saying them in an entertaining manner.
Okay. I mean, this is. I'm just like everyone says, "Hey man, holla," but you know what? He spits. Tech Nine had his bars back in and he rhymes. Tech Nine had his bars back in the day, but like, how far are we gonna go? How far I'm going? I don't really know how comfortable I feel with saying Enes beats Steams because it's just like I'm kind of feeling like, well, what more does Steams got to do? You know what I mean? Moonwalk in the battle. I mean, what? Well, are we asking things to do cartwheels? What are we asking to actually do now?
Yeah, I know. It's a thing. It's definitely interesting to look at, for sure. But I think that's kind of just like what it boils down to is like what your preference is, and that's kind of what I like about it. It's like, you know, if you could watch Steams versus Enes, and some people are more enthralled by the writing, so they lean towards Steams, where a lot more people, you know, are kind of enthralled towards Enes's ability to rap fucking awesome. So they're like, yeah, Enes won. So I think that's dope. I mean, I think it's good that it's kind of a split, you know.
Okay. And reading chess. See, that's my easy because I don't feel like chess is doing crazy good like that. So I think it's kind of easier for me. But did we take anything? Like I know 3 for being Briggy and Brownie Kid. But outside of that, the whole chess bars, one shot chess, like that move anybody? Like, are we lowering our standards for the legends? Are we lowering our standards for the legends to come back just because they are who they are and did what they did? Is basically my question.
Well, I mean, I would say that would be the case if when Reed battled John the Don, if people thought Reed beat John.
Okay, that's true.
Which I don't think he did. I mean, but the whole thing is, I don't think Reed did anything different than what he usually did. You know, I think he went up there and rapped how he used to rap, and I think his break between John and Chess, he kind of adapted a little bit, and that's what you got to do. You know, to like hang with the sharks, you got to become one. So I think he adapted and kind of honed his craft a little bit differently, and it showed. So I think the standards are still pretty high, and I think like everybody wanting to see the legends back is kind of the same way everybody wanted to see all the legends back before Summer Madness too. You know, they just wanted to see if they could hang. You know, they wanted to see Mook, Serius, Lux, if they could all come back and hang still. You know, and they proved they could.
Okay. Hey, Avocado, I got one more question for you. I know you got to go. I got one more question for you, right? I got one name for you. Well, you know what? I got 2 names for you. Tell me what pops up. Yo, I already hit you with Danny Myers, all right? I got another name for you.
Okay.
D-Dot. What comes to your mind?
D-Dot is unique, for sure. Very unique rapper. I won't say battle rapper. Very unique rapper and artist. And I think the last 2 battles he's done, or actually last 3 battles, because he battled somebody before Daylight and did really well, but I forgot who they were. But the last 3 battles he's done have been amazing. And unfortunately, I've been talking to B-Dot for a while, actually, to book him for a King of the Dot battle. But he is retiring, supposedly, and is not really interested in taking a battle. And when I talked to him, he was preparing for the Danny Myers battle. So, yeah, he's unique and awesome. I just wish he wasn't retiring, because I think there's possibilities of setting him up with different people that kind of match with his style that would create battles that are super unique that I wish we could make happen, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to.
Are you mad you didn't fill that battle?
Excuse me?
Are you mad you didn't film Beat Up versus Danny Myers? Was it a classic to you? I mean, who you think he won? I mean, was that one battle you just like, God damn? If I was there for that one battle, I'll take it and leave. Was that one kind of battle?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was filmed actually good enough, and it was presented in a good quality. That's definitely not one of the ones that I looked at that I'm like, fuck, I wish I filmed that to make it better. But yeah, it's a dope battle. I don't really, to be honest, can't really call. I'm leaning towards B-Dot more. But I think overall that's a battle that you can watch and basically just choose who won based on preference, and it's not going to be like this guy definitely won this battle. I think it's very debatable.
Okay, and last name. Everybody know where I'm going with this one. Last name, the pop. Let's say his name. What comes to your mind? Cortez.
Cortez is great at rapping, in my opinion. I think Cortez is amazing at rapping, and I think he's got kind of the short end of the stick with a couple things, like a couple battles that I feel like could have been fucking phenomenal, didn't really get the treatment that they should have with him, like him and Rex. I feel like kind of got put on in a weird way. But yeah, he's really good at rapping, and to be honest, he's done fucking great on King of the Dot, in my opinion. So.
And Daylight, fuck that, one more. Daylight.
Daylight is the most most interesting person in battle rap. He is the most outlandish character, human being, and entertainer, and he's done the craziest fucking things that sometimes I just wonder what goes on through his mind. And then it's like he can either be the biggest sort of antic, and then he can also pull out classics. So he has the ability to pretty much make his fans really sad or make his fans extremely happy.
Yeah. But you know what, though? But has he gone too far? I mean, you watch him digging his pants and slap Joe Prescott. You watch him try to take a shit. Come on now. You watch him strip and run. Like, did he go too far in trying to brand himself or make a name?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yes, it's tough because I think he definitely has done some stuff that I don't think he should have, and I think there's battles that he took an antic with that I was really hoping he didn't, and would have actually tried really hard and made a classic. But at the same time, he always names how many classics he's had on King of the Dot, and I think he's had enough classics to where, like, he's basically kind of positioning himself to where he can stack them up and not burn himself out. So he might have gone too far with some antics, I won't lie. Some were a little classless, but I don't feel like he's ever gone too far to the point where I'm like, I never want to book him ever again.
Okay. Well, you know what? Low Pesci. You Low Pesci. Are you killing Daylight on site, on camera?
I mean, I know Low is I know Low is definitely not that hyped in battle rap, but I also know, he's doing his thing, and he's not, it's definitely not affected by that in his real life. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. But that was pretty fucking gnarly when that happens, for sure.
Hey, Avocado, man. I know we had you here for a minute. We appreciate it. Yo, you're welcome anytime you want to promote your whatever you're doing outside of battle rap, whatever, man. Come on, let me know, man. We got you up here, brother.
Stuff I'm doing outside of battle rap?
Nah, I was saying, whatever. If you ever want to promote stuff outside of battle rap, let us know. We got you. We'll get you on.
Word up, man. Thanks for having me on the show. It was an honor, for sure.
Nah, Mo, likewise, man. Definitely. I'm being in touch with you, though, man.
Thank you very much, dude.
Hey, man. Salute, homie.
Peace.
Salute Avocado, man.
Fan 007. What up? You good? Don't lie, my people. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking heads, man.
Angry fan movement is the movement to move with.